Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna take a look at this week's series of how to build a unit. And as you can see, this week's unit is Zaiross, the Fire Dragon. So let's take a brief look into his skill overview. So we have Fireball shoots a fire at the enemy. The damage increases by 10% for each harmful effect. Pretty decent. I think this is a recent change to his skills or buff. I don't remember it increasing by harmful effect. Then Rain of Fire burns the enemies with a fire shower 3 to 5 times, inflicting continuous damage for 3 turns with a 35% chance, and increases the enemy's skill cooldown time by 1 turn with a 10% chance each. And this goes up to with skill ups. So as you can see, he has a reset, a small little reset on his second skill. Then we have Fiery Breath. Attacks all enemies with a fiery breath and puts their skills on cooldown. So this goes up to a 5 turn cooldown when fully skilled up. And by right it should 5 turns because this is a very strong ability both in damage and utility. Then we have his leader skill. Increases the attack power of all allies by 30% everywhere. Now, let's take a look into his stat priority. Now, Zaiross is one of those units that is an endgame unit, early PvP, and so forth. So his stat priority for me is accuracy. Accuracy first thing, because this ability is not only for strong damage, but you want as much value as you can get out of putting the enemy's skills on max cooldown, and that's AoE, right? So for me, its stat priorities accuracy, speed, attack, then crit rate, right? There's really just one way you should be using Zaiross, and that's fast on a damage build. Assuming your early game, so we're gonna go with the early game build. The early game build would be something like Fatal Blade, right? So let me see, he's right here. So the early game build would be something like Fatal Blade, right? So you want to get as much damage as you possibly can. Now, chances are you'll be using him as a damage dealer. So you'd want him to go before your buffers, your attack buffers. So a decent speed to go is probably like plus 70 or so, and this is early game. You want him with as much crit rate as well. Thankfully, he awakens into crit rate, so it makes him easier to ruin in early game stages. So I'm gonna go ahead and rune him up. Gonna look for as much accuracy and the crit rate, preferably the accuracy. So let me see what I have here. So we're gonna take this rune. It's a really nice rune. It has accuracy, a little bit of accuracy and very high crit rate, decent attack and HP. It's quite tanky. No speed, but that's fine. We're not banking on speed right now. Then we're gonna look for a fatal here. Um, gonna get as much as we can. So this is pretty nice, beefy, nice tank stats, good accuracy. And then for the remainder, we're just gonna focus on speed. So he's basically had 100% accuracy with this blade set. So we're just gonna socket that right there. And then we just get as much speed as we can get in the substats, or probably cranking out a lot more damage. But I will go for something with accuracy like this. Like this. This will do fine. This will do fine. This good speed and accuracy as well. So that's how it is ruined for early game. I mean, you want to prioritize damage, but at the same time, a little bit of accuracy won't help, won't hurt. As it relates to artifacts, You want attack artifacts, additional attack by increasing additional attack by 11%. You want basically everything that can maximize its damage. And the same goes for the right side. So if you're looking for accuracy on slot 3 to get that thing rolling, then yeah. Now for the late game or end game build, this is how you want to build him, and this is assuming that you're using in high PvP content. Now, as I would have said earlier, you need to prioritize accuracy, speed, damage, and crit rate. I have him built on swift focus. Some you can go swift will, it all depends on how you're gonna use him. Right? The team that I use him with is for the main purpose of getting first turn, so I'm not really relying on needing will runes. Now, as you can see, he doesn't do massive AoE damage by himself. He's just there to just do a lot of damage while at the same time providing a lot of utility, right? So his third skill hits really hard, and really and truly, if you miss a reset with Zaiross consistently, you will probably lose a lot more matches because you're relying on it. I am relying on it. You should be relying on this not just for damage, but for the utility that it provides. Hence the reason why it has this much accuracy, 75. And because I have an artifact right here, he has up to 81% accuracy. It's close to the mark. A 4 more accuracy would be the sweet spot. But this is good enough for now. As you can see, the speed is quite high and decent attack, decent crit rate. Ideally, I want as much crit rate as possible. For my rune quality, I can only manage 94% crit rate at this time. So that's how it is. Now we're going to take a look into his gameplay. Well, I'm sure you would have known how he is in arena. Since if you watch my videos, you will realize that I use him quite a lot in arena. So I'm just gonna take him in here. So I like to pair him with Tiana and Galleon. That kind of cleave is probably one of the oldest kind of cleaves in the game. So Tiana, Galleon, cleave, and a speed lead. In my case, I'm just gonna go for more damage since this is not really a fast defense. So let's just look at his damage right now. So Winds of Change is to get rid of the will runes, and then we have time to loot going in. We'll get that reset going on. Nice damage. And then we just let this guy clean up the match, and it's in the bag. Just like that. Ah, Zaiross died. It's because of the unicorn that it reflects not only on the attacker but their lives as well. But it is what it is, and that's in the bag. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. See you guys next week. Peace out.